We've been working on this film for about 6 years now. I first read about Flynn's story in the New Yorker. There was a Talk of the Town piece called Prodigy, and about this kid who was, foraging in his neighbors' backyards and doing these crazy, multiple course tasting menus in his mother's living room in Studio City, California. And I was fascinated and reached out and contacted him and his mother. And we met for the first time, I guess it was 2013.
For me, it was, we were kind of met Cameron, and at first we're kind of hesitant to doing any sort of documentary. We kind of became friends and knew each other for about a year until we actually started filming. And I think that was a big thing for my whole family, was just to make sure that we were comfortable with the person who was going to kind of be able to show our lives. And that was sort of the hesitation always of people wanting to do reality shows and stuff that just didn't feel comfortable. And then once we met Cameron, kind of hit it off, and we felt okay, we're fine with this happening now. When I'm when those dinners were happening, especially the one that didn't go well, the last thing on my mind is the fact that there's a camera there. And I think that's something that I also just became, with my mom filming forever and cameras sort of always being around, I just became very comfortable with them. But I think a big thing with it was being comfortable with the person behind the camera, of certain things. If I don't know, a news crew or something was at the dinner when that was happening, I would definitely be a little bit more, or I would probably just kick them out. But I think the fact of being comfortable with who's around you makes everything just disappear. And I also think that not personally, you don't want bad things out there, but I think from looking at it from an outside perspective, if they would have just made a film that was just look at how great this person is, it's not true, and it's also not showing the whole thing. And I think that was the thing that my mom and me and my sister were actually, what we like about it is there's so many, for so long people have had all their own ideas of what everything has been, and this is sort of behind the scenes, no, this is what has actually been happening for the past 6 years and not what people portray it as. And I think that is why I'm actually happy that all of these sort of little bit rough around the edge parts are in there, because if people think, oh, this has just been this easy ride, showing that actually it wasn't, and that there's some difficulties within there.